For designing your characters, they're part of a village that's like a population of 77. It's only like 2 acres large, at least the town center. There's farms outward of it. The demographics are like 53% human, 14% half-elf, 13% halfling, 8% dwarf, 6% gnome, 2% elf. That's not many elves to make all those half-elves. 1% half-orc, and 1% tiefling, 1% basically everything else. The town's only worth about 385 gold.
The town?
Yeah. So this is not an adventurer's town, necessarily. I mean, that's a lot of gold, but you're not really going to find many things for sale over like 25 gold. There's a militia of about 7. So your police force is 7 people.
Are we it?
No. The ruler is a male halfling named Fargus Copperkettle. He's fair and just and respected by the populace.
That first part of that sentence again?
Which part?
After his name.
He's fair and just and respected by the populace, but there is some tension between the races.
So is he like, as a ruler, that essentially he's like the mayor of the town type of a ruler?
Yeah.
The mayor?
The mayor. Yes. There's not really a lot in the town. There's a tavern, a blacksmith, a general store, and that's pretty much it. What?
One of the comments on here is, I like how in D&D it is just as difficult to kill a frog as it is to kill a commoner.
You saw that one too.
I won't read the comments anymore.
No, that's okay. Your town is only like 2 or 3 blocks, right? If the town center of it would be like 2 or 3 blocks. There's an intersection of 2 major streets in the middle of the town. They're not really named. They're just kind of dirt.
One streetlight town.
Yeah. Recently, a company has moved to your town because your mayor was offering a better tax rate than the town that they were based in originally, the city they were based in. And so you guys get a good amount of gold every month in taxes, which is why you probably have 300 some gold for 77 people. And it's going to build, right? But the city that the company came from was jealous and tried to stop the company from coming to your town so that they could keep the taxes.
Why does this feel like the beginning of a Hallmark movie?
I don't know.
Are we going to fall in love with the big city execs and
I mean, if that's how it works out.
stop them from destroying our small businesses?
I don't know.
Every Christmas movie.
Uh-huh.
It's why I hate them so much.
Careful, Becca loves them.
I watch them nonstop.
There's a few of them I like, but most of all, no, not a fan.
They're all the same. I don't deny it. And I'm not claiming they're good. I just like watching them.
I watched one last year that wasn't bad. I forget what it was called, but
They usually have ones that like break the mold, and those are always fun.
my favorite Christmas movie, sorry, Mike.
You're fine.
It's actually really sad. It's this husband and wife, they're in a fight, and she gets hit by a car, and he makes a wish that, like,
She didn't get hit by it.
he could go back in time and change things. Well, this guardian angel came down and granted his wish, but he had to prove that he loved her in order for her to stay alive. If not, then she's gonna die. So he tries to prove over X amount of days that he still loves her. And it's getting down to the wire, and he ends up pushing her
In front of the car?
no.
Oh.
No. Away from the car. He gets hit instead, and that proved that he loved her, and she was able to stay alive, and he lived. And it's an oldie, and I haven't seen it in years, but I really liked it.
It's a good story.
So anyway, this company, or this city, much larger than yours and much more powerful than yours, has sent their own militia to overtake your militia, and the ones that wanted to stay on could stay on, and the ones who didn't were kindly asked to leave the town, possibly, because they disappeared one night.
Doesn't sound like kindly.
Sounds like we're gonna die. So.
Listen, I only have 4 hit points.
The ones who stayed on, the people for the company?
What's that?
What do you mean by the ones who stayed on? Are we talking?
Yeah, so your town of 77 people had 7 militia, and of those 7, a few stayed on when they were basically told they could stay and work as militia.
Cake or death.
Cake or death, I guess, as Lena says.
So
Those are
they were I guess what I'm confused on, sorry, it's been a long day. Our militia of 7 is part of our population who their militia threatened that if our militia didn't leave.
Or join them.
Okay, so our militia threatened and 7 of them stayed behind.
Not all 7 stayed behind. A few of the 7 stayed behind.
Okay, all right.
We'll say 1, because that's what I rolled. 1 of the 7 stayed
That's not a few.
I know.
Oh,
I
we'll
was
say
thinking
2,
the same thing.
because I rolled a d6.
That's a couple.
We'll say 2 stayed behind and joined the ranks of the
Opposing militia.
the occupying force.
This just
Oh,
seems
so they're
rude.
actually occupying us. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess this sounds like we're gonna die. I only have 4 hit points.
Not only is there the militia they sent, but there's also a female tiefling wizard who's kind of the leader of the bunch to control the city and is taking over the role of acting mayor.
People are trying to take over our town in order to control the company so they get to tax us.
Yeah.
Rather than making the company go back to them, they're coming here to take them.
Yeah, it was easier
Okay.
to overtake a town of 77 than to try and force a town to come back to them. Plus, you might suspect that all of their legal remedies have been quashed in the courts.
Okay. I'm just making sure I'm on track with the story here.
Yeah. So the acting leader is named Acta.
Sound easy to remember.
I swear to God, this was a random generation. Why do the random generations hate me so much? Actamea. That's not what it was, but that's what it's going to be. Her name is Actamea.
The mayor.
The Actamea. She is a very fat woman, well, tiefling, and is wearing a long black cloak. Her long chestnut hair is drawn into a 2-foot-long braid, gold eyes, and slightly larger than normal. Her eyes are. She also is slightly larger than normal.
Well, you described her as very fat. So does that mean the rest of us are fat? And she's slightly normal?
You can make those decisions about your own character.
I do eat a lot of eggs and bacon.
You've noticed that she resents people who mock her appearance,
Well, yeah.
and she seems skeptical of anyone around her. These aren't the actual flaws, but the flaws say ugly, shy, ugly and shy.
Wow. The random generator really hated Actamea.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Okay. So that is the setup. What's the name of your town?
What's this, a pop quiz?
Townberg.
Townberg?
Townberg.
Okay. So Actamea has taken over Townberg.
I think it's funny. Kayla thinks it's funny.
So what is your character? Assume you've grown up in this town, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about your character, Lena.
I live alone in a small house,
Mm-hmm.
and I raise chickens and sell eggs for a copper a piece. Copper a dozen? What makes sense?
I don't know. Sure.
I sell eggs to the other members of the town, and I'm known as the chicken lady.
What's your name?
The chicken lady?
Okay. So you're just going to go by Chicken Lady this whole time?
No, I gotta think of a name. Flora.
Okay.
Flora the chicken lady.
Okay. Becca, what's your character?
Good question. Good question. I'm a half elf.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say early 20s. So pretty young by even human standards. My parents have been trying to get me to decide what I'm doing with my life, but I just like to gallivant around town and just go splash around in streams outside town and stuff and not really take anything too seriously. But I do sometimes help them out. They farm one of the plots just outside the town, and I know that they work really hard for it, but I just don't want to do that work. But I haven't figured out what it is that I want to do yet.
Okay, and do you have a name?
Yes. I
Click, click,
certainly
click.
not Googling half-elf names.
I was just thinking you did Flora. We could be Meriwether and Fern from.
I thought you were going to say
Sleeping
Fauna.
Beauty.
You could be Flora and Fauna.
I thought Fauna too.
And Meriwether.
These are terrible names.
You want to be Fauna?
Sure. So wait, so you're Flora with an F.
Yeah?
Okay. I thought it was
No.
I thought she was about to be the rich girl whose parents heard your name in the hospital and then spelled it with a PH to one-up it. So it's Flora and Flora.
I probably should have specified a race for mine.
You still can.
I'll be a gnome.
nice. I love it.
A gnome with chickens that are like half my height.
Okay, well, Becca comes up with a name.
Oh, I said Fauna. That's fine. I'll do Fauna.
Okay.
Fauna.
Flora, Fauna. Flora is a gnome, and Fauna is a half-elf.
Yes.
Okay. And Kayla?
Well, Meriwether, because
Meriwether.
Three fairies and Sleeping Beauty. What's another race in this town? Gnomes, half-elves.
Human, half-elf, halfling, dwarf, gnome, elf, half-orc, tiefling, dragonborn, tabaxi.
So the regular stuff. We'll be a halfling. Actually, no. No, scratch that.
Okay.
We'll do an elf. And my family, we live on a horse ranch where we raise horses, and I like to ride them.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool. So basically, your family makes up the 2% of elves in this town. And if we suppose something might have happened where she might be your half-sister, just because the limited number of elves in this town.
I mean, I assumed her parents were one human, one elf. So maybe the elf is part of your family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A philanderer.
Mm-hmm.
Or a lush.
I
Whichever.
was just found by the side of the road. That's a baby.
Except,
Outcast.
but as soon as they saw your pointed ears, they're like, again? Because 14% of the population is half-elf.
You're killing Kayla.
Mhm.
It's not hard tonight.
So, you two might not know your half-sisters, but everyone else knows. And no one talks about it in front of you.
Like
So
in
does that mean both
Eurovision?
my parents are probably human?
One of your parents is human. Your adoptive parents could definitely be human.
That's what I mean. Like the parents that I think are my parents. I guess what happens if a half elf breeds with a human? Do you get a quarter elf?
Quarter or a half-elf, depends how much.
Because I mean, I guess that technically would be another thing, but it is much funnier that we're sisters and don't know it.
Does Fauna also not realize that she's part elf?
No, I think she has the pointed ears and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
she
okay.
always blames the fact that she doesn't want to farm and she just wants to be out in the woods on her elf hat.
Well, that sounds annoying.
So probably disillusioned by her parents to say, like, you know, when her mother was younger or her father was younger, they went out and, you know, had a tryst with an elf. Not saying whether or not that elf still lives in the town.
Becca, our eyes give us away. That's the family
Nice,
trait.
I love it. So they have to be a very unique color. What do you want?
Violet, gray, gold, silver.
Violet.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay. So an elf and a half elf with violet eyes who you're friends with, I guess. I don't know.
We went to school together.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be great. Like, let's say it was her dad and my mom, because maybe our moms were pregnant at the same time and we've really actually been like raised like literally through school together and stuff.
Okay. That works. You pooped on me. You didn't poop on me. You pooped out.
This is gonna be a long night.
Wow. Wow.
You always don't have markers, Mike.
I have a lot of markers. Yes.
There's a little thingy-majiggy over
Yeah,
here.
I have some here. I have some here.
Are you going to throw out the ones that don't work now?
No.
Probably not. Probably mix them back in.
You're a monster.
Why?
You set traps for yourself, apparently.
Sometimes, yeah.
Well, John, too.
Yeah. John, too. I have a million of those little tiny dry erase markers in the drawer at my desk at work.
Mm.
Please tell me these aren't Sharpies.
No, they're dry erase.
No, they're
Okay.
dry erase.
I'm like, that would be really
I
smart.
just
They're the
double
kind
check.
that I have. They're from Five Below, I think.
Yeah.
But they came in like a pack this big with like tons of colors.
So how do you guys tend to meet up? Where do you tend to find
Is there a
each other?
tavern?
Yeah, there's one tavern.
Probably the tavern. I would assume.
I would say I'm young enough that I think I'm being rebellious by going to the tavern every night.
The tavern is called Babes Umberhulk.
Babes Umber Hulk.
Yeah.
It sounds
That
like a
sounds
strip
dirty.
club.
Yeah.
That's in the back. You need to ask for this special.
I was called
Apparently
it.
that's our sidekick, guys.
I was called it Babes Undermilk.
What?
I don't think that's better.
It's not. It's not.
It's like, oh, what are you guys doing here? Oh, we work here.
Becca, I hope you're also drinking because otherwise this is going to get awkward fast.
That's what I'm saying, Ian.
Perfect. Perfect.
It was a great day.
When I was in college, we had an outbreak of norovirus.
Great.
They wouldn't let us use the cafeteria. They were ordering Taco Bell for everybody.
A lot of Taco Bell.
And the way that they're like, oh yeah, don't worry, we're gonna come clean your dorm. Like, cause we had suite style rooms. So like there was a bathroom and there was like 4 bathrooms in like my house. The way that maintenance came to clean our rooms was just be like, with lights, so, okay, it's clean. And
Yeah.
we're like,
I've seen those cleaning styles before.
I'm like, dude, neurovirus. No. It was awful. Nobody was allowed in or out. Okay, I'm gonna shut up again.
I don't know if I should offer her more wine or not.
I mean, you can.
It's in the fridge. Help yourself.
So, anyways, it's been a long day of hard chicken farming and goofing about for Fauna. And what's Meriwether do all day?
Ride
Horse
horses.
riding.
Is it at her farm? Is it at Fauna's farm?
Does Fauna's farm have horses?
She had the horse farm.
I had the
Her
horse
family
farm.
has a horse ranch.
Okay, so it's at your horse ranch. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think Fauna's family just farms.
Yeah,
Okay.
just regular farming.
And I supply basically the entire town with eggs.
Mhm.
Like, picture, we're planting, like, alfalfa and hay for, like, the horses and some corn and beans and stuff,
Mm.
What about the squash?
There's a little bit of squash in there, too.
So
We're doing that 3-in-1 thing.
I could imagine as Flora walks into the tavern, she is carrying
A chicken?
a bunch of eggs,
Oh,
maybe a chicken.
probably a chicken. And like a chicken under one arm and a basket of eggs on the other,
Mhm.
giving the daily supply to the tavern owner for
What time
tomorrow.
of day is it?
For tomorrow.
It's like early evening, so it's like happy hour.
Perfect.
I'll go right up to the counter and like hold up the basket. Got your delivery.
And that's the last one. Sorry. Aline Cromwell, a female human.
Leans over to get the eggs. I'm a gnome.
Yes. Leans over to get the eggs. Takes the chicken into the... Oh, was the chicken not for her?
The chicken was not for her.
Oh, okay. Okay. She hands you back the chicken when she sees your face and is kind of happy she didn't snap its neck right away.
Oh man. I hold the chicken a little closer. I'll take the basket tomorrow and I walk away.
Thanks for the eggs.
Yep.
And she goes in the back with the eggs.
The chicken was not for you. Not for you.
I picture Fauna entering the bar with like grass or flower crown that she's made from sitting around doing nothing all day. Becca, that's you.
I'm just, like, hanging around, you said?
No, I picture you like walking into the bar, the tavern, but with like a flower or grass woven crown that you made because you weren't really doing anything else all day.
There's There's also some streaks of dirt on my face from the frogs I was catching and the insects I was looking at in the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, that
I didn't
sounds
wash it
familiar.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say you're not wearing shoes. Yeah, okay.
Good for me.
That's
They're a little
Fauna
muddy
there.
too, but you know.
Wild child.
Yeah. Okay.
I
And
guess I passed Flora.
Probably. I'm finding a table.
with a chicken in her hand.
I mean, the chicken's really big compared to me, so it's more like in my arms.
Yeah, so I would imagine like holding a pumpkin.
Yeah.
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 So you two are in the tavern now, and Meriwether walks in. What do you look like?
Wind-blown hair because we were out riding our horses. Well, horse today.
What's your horse's name?
Flame.
No, I'm just thinking of that joke.
Hmm?
What do you name the baby of a horse whose mother's name was... What was it?
I don't. It was a pug last night, and she had seen it apparently, so I rummed it.
The mother's name was something to do with red wine.
Oh,
And
the name was Red Wine.
Oh, the mother horse's name was red wine, and the person is like, you name it Cabernet.
Okay.
We're good. Fresco.
So I assume you guys see each other in this tavern.
Probably.
How do you greet each other? What do you normally do?
I wave my hand to get their attention to come sit at the table that I not reserved, claimed for us.
I didn't decide high or low was good or bad. But I rolled a nat 20. So right as you wave, like the people in the bar, as they're crossing back and forth, there happens to be a gap where they can perfectly see you. Otherwise, there was no way they would have seen you standing on the ground waving.
Oh, I mean, I could have jumped on the bench.
Right. But because of the perfect.
No need.
Right. So Flora waves to Fauna and Meriwether.
And I sit down on the bench and set the chicken next to me.
Okay.
Whether it stays there, I have no idea, but I'll take it home at the end of the night.
It stays.
All right.
It's a well-trained chicken.
I'm
Not
gonna-
perfectly trained, but well-trained.
I'm gonna assume that I ordered food already, so once the food comes, I'll just feed little scraps to the chicken.
Okay. What did you order?
Chicken.
You can't assume you ordered food already because you definitely...
Oh, I ran away from the bench.
Yeah.
Never mind. I didn't order food yet.
Okay. That makes more sense. Did either of you order food?
I ordered a drink and a little bit of food, yeah.
Okay. So their specials today are bacon soup with onion and a tankard of beer, chocolate soup and a tankard of bitter, or eggs and ham steamed bun with rice and a mug of perry. I don't know what perry is.
Yeah, what's bitter?
I assume a bitter beer. Maybe.
That's what I kind of thought, I guess. All right.
IPA.
Yeah, it's an IPA.
I go for the chocolate and the bitter.
Yeah, so you get a chocolate soup and an IPA. That'll be 4 silver pieces, which is not much.
We all have money to cover this stuff, so.
Yeah, I mean, let's say you have a life savings of 5 gold. You probably make a couple or 5 to 7 silver a week.
Do I trade eggs for dinner?
Sure.
And I just spent a lot of my money from this week.
Yeah. Yeah, going out to the bar to eat is only a once a week type thing.
So we probably planned to meet up tonight or something, or said, hey, I'm going to be in town later tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Flora, what chicken you got with you tonight?
Popcorn.
Popcorn the chicken.
I sometimes feed her little pieces of popcorn. No one's gonna get that reference.
Yeah, it's a Bob's Burgers rep. There was a turkey named Popcorn. And it's
Because
the farmer.
Sandler's fed a little piece of popcorn.
Okay. Meriwether, are you having anything for dinner?
I didn't order.
Oh, I got distracted by popcorn again.
We're gonna go with option 1.
So bacon soup with onion and a tankard of beer.
No. We'll go with B.
Would be the chocolate soup and an IPA.
Did you say 3?
Oh, three.
That's the Perry and the ham and
Yeah,
eggs.
eggs and ham, steamed bun with rice, and a mug of Perry.
Yeah, we'll do that one.
We'll say it's like 1 silver instead
What
of
is
5 silver.
Perry?
I don't know. Google it.
We'll just say it's wine.
I'm running a game here.
Okay. I'm
I
going
don't
to
have
get
time
option
to-
1.
Okay, you're getting option 1. So 1 of each.
One of each.
Yes. Then
Okay.
we can all taste each other's food.
Mhm. Perfect.
We'll have one of everything. Off the special form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you seem proud when she's eating the eggs?
Yeah, I'm really happy about my job. I love my chickens, and I love that this is the contribution I make to our community.
Cool.
And then you make us feel bad for having no contributions to our community.
No, I'm just one of those, like, super industrious teacher's pet kind of types. You know, like I actually was as a kid, so.
So you're sitting, you're eating your meals.
Did we notice anything?
So, what's been going on today? I was just down at the stream. Saw some cool frogs today. I mean, I did have to go water all the plants this morning, but, I ran off after that.
How do you respond to your friend?
I mean, I was working. I have a lot of chickens. Like, a lot of chickens.
How many's a lot?
How many chickens do I need to supply a 77-person town with eggs every day?
How
How many eggs do 77 people eat a day in medieval town? Is that what we should Google?
I'm gonna
Go
guess.
with a week. I'll probably do a delivery for each household per week.
Mhm.
Are you Googling?
Week, I would guess maybe each household goes through like a dozen eggs.
I probably.
So with 77.
Divided by 2.5, right? No, that's 2.5 kids. Right? What's it? Is it 4.5? It's the average family size, at least.
Well,
I
we
was
can
growing
also
up.
say it's a larger family potentially because
Yeah, I was
True.
thinking
it's
like
more
10.
like medieval-esque.
Families
So-
of 10.
72-ish eggs a week. Let's see how many eggs.
It would be like 7 dozen or so. Maybe 8 dozen eggs a week, plus for the tavern.
How many eggs does a chicken lay? 5 to 6 eggs in a week.
It's just looking that up too.
So I need basically 2 chickens,
Chickens
per household.
Yeah.
So let's say I have 20 chickens.
Okay.
That seems reasonable.
It seems like a lot to me though, because they're like very large compared to me. So it's just like a sea of chickens.
Mm.
And they're all different colors. This one that I had today just happens to be white, which is why she's named Popcorn.
Nice.
Cool. So Meriwether asked, "What do you guys notice in the bar?"
Yeah, like, because based off of the description earlier, you said that things have been happening. So, like, did we notice people? I would think small town we would notice if people weren't there or whatnot.
Yeah,
Or
I
if
mean,
someone didn't belong.
Yeah.
you notice the normal townsfolk in here. It feels like such a great night. It almost feels like before the people came to town, because none of them are in this bar right now, and people seem happy. And there has been a morale issue lately in the town due to the oppression, right? But as you're noticing this, you see the door open, and all of a sudden, like, people don't look as happy. The dancing kind of slows down, and people kind of clear to tables.
Did the tiefling walk in?
No, just well-dressed, like Captain of the Guard.
The militia. Traitors.
Meriwether's gonna scoff when she sees them walk in.
I just can't believe it. I
I'll
just
roll
can't
my
believe it.
eyes.
What is this town coming to?
You know, it wasn't like this when we were kids.
Way to make us sound like we're 80.
No, but I mean, think about it. When you're in college, you always think you're already so old, like 20-ish. So yeah, it seems totally legit.
I mean, I think I'm so old right now and I'm 28. So.
Didn't I say something like that to you this morning?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm so old now. In my experience.
So this is the old Captain of the Guard from your town.
Mm.
His name is Gar Shadowoods.
Gar,
Guard.
the guard.
Guard the guard.
Damn it, I did it again. I was going to choose between Gar Shadowwoods or Pertor Bulbazo, but I'm like, that sounds ridiculous. Clearly that's going to be linked to something. What, do fans own a pear orchard? And then I choose Gar Shadowoods after the captain of the guard.
After doing Actimea,
Oh my god.
acting mayor.
This is why you can't blame me for gluten. It was a random generation.
I don't blame you. I just think it's funny. Let me have my puns and my jokes.
And then you guys also know the other guard that worked under, and I'm choosing this one on purpose. Under Gar was Gizir, man, the human.
Man the man.
Like Finn the human.
Yeah. Gazir Man, the human. That wasn't his full title. The human was not part of the title. We're just saying that part.
Do we call him the human?
You can.
Are there many? What was the percentage of humans?
Like half the town.
53.
It's the majority.
Oh,
I
never
wrote it all
mind.
down. Don't worry.
If it was only like one or two, it would have made sense, but not with that many.
Yeah. Both guards were human. Both guards that stayed. So you see Gar walk in and you can hear like the clomp of the heel on his boot as he walks in, and everyone kind of scatters to sit down.
I'm just not going to look that way and roll my eyes and keep eating my food.
All right,
But
so we go.
also, I need to pull my chicken a little closer.
And what were you two doing?
Scoffing.
Scoffing?
Yeah. I take a big swig.
Okay. He doesn't seem to notice
That's good.
the clear disrespect.
We're not very subtle.
No, not at all. Oh. Gar the guard.
With man the
Your
man.
parents should have named you Trey the traitor.
Probably.
The person who spoke up and said that is quickly dragged by their collar out of the bar.
I duck my
I
head
put
down.
my head down at that. Told you, what's this place coming to?
I just remain as is.
Bold.
As the door opens, you see there are guards of the militia standing outside, and Gar throws this man into his...
Bless you.
Bless
Sorry, thank you. Gar throws this man into their... Sorry, I'm fighting another one. Gar throws this man into their care and walks back into the bar, so you are not quite safe.
Yeah, head down.
I just continue eating and drinking like nothing's happening around me.
Gar walks up to the bar, and Aline says, "What do you have tonight, Gar?" And Gar can't really read. Oh, just says, "Give me the usual." She just slides him a couple eggs, and he grabs them and walks out.
In this case, I look a little less proud, but I don't say anything.
Okay. And Gar walks out of the bar, turns back real quick, and just glares down across the bar. Just
At
like
who?
everybody, just like a real quick, and then leaves.
Did he take his plate of eggs with him?
They weren't cooked. He just grabbed two. She gave him 2 shelled eggs,
What?
like eggs in shells, and he just grabbed.
That's my job.
I'm shaking my head.
Does he just like eat those raw?
They might be hard boiled. You don't know. You
That's true. I
you
guess.
don't know what his special is. They may be raw. Some
Oh yeah, Kayla hates hard-boiled eggs.
worse than raw eggs. I'm sorry, Kayla. Are you struggling more with a man eating raw or hard-boiled eggs than a man just swallowing
Yes.
eggs raw? Okay. Just wanted to get that out here.
They're so gross and they smell gross, and then you're gonna eat it.
So you guys are sitting here in the tavern. You know, like when a teacher yells at you and tells you to be quiet and sit still, but leaves the room, and then like everyone's quiet and still for a little bit, and then the whispering starts, and then everyone starts looking at each other, and then slowly it makes its way back to a party, but toned down to not attract attention.
You ever think about leaving?
You say that every time we meet up.
I mean, but do you?
How would I transport all these chickens?
A cart? We could just take one of the horses.
Like we're gonna need more than one.
For 20 chickens? Well, maybe.
Plus us.
We can walk.
There's a lot of stuff in my cottage.
How much stuff do you have?
I collect things.
Bare necessities.
Yeah, I collect things too, and then I let them go back down at the stream.
Oh no. Mine are mostly like rocks and pine cones and stuff.
Things you can find everywhere.
There's bits of metal and screws.
Listen. There's some nice feathers in that collection. I mean, they're chicken feathers, but it's beside the
I
point.
can see that she has one for each chicken.
I mean, maybe I've got like a bracelet or something made out of the chicken feathers, and it's just like all of them dangling in the air. I'm really
Meriwether,
into
when
my
she goes to
chickens.
your house, she just started collecting them to make jewelry for you.
Every once in a while, as you're eating your bacon soup, like a little bit drips out of the spoon onto your feathers. It's not a, what's the word? Like reasonable piece of jewelry. It's
I mean,
clunky.
it's not in my dominant hand.
Oh, okay. We're still going to say you eat wild enough that it gets on.
Wow.
Wow, you said. I'm trying to make a story here.
I give my chicken a little piece of onion.
Okay. Becca, tell me if chickens are allergic to onion.
Dogs are.
Can chickens have onion?
Is this integral to the story?
It might be.
Well, I would think that since she
Yeah.
raises chickens, she would know that.
Okay. So chickens can have onion in moderation.
Yeah, it's one piece of onion. I don't sit there and feed them onions.
So hopefully, Popcorn didn't get into any wild onions this morning.
There's none in my garden. Not that
Okay.
they can reach.
Gotcha. So you take care to make sure what they can reach and what they can't.
These chickens are my life. Like, literally, they're my livelihood.
Yeah. So Flora can't go anywhere because of the chickens, and Fauna is ready to pick up and leave at any moment. What about Meriwether?
Every day she runs to the border of the town with the horse, and then she comes back,
What are the thoughts as she sits on the border with the horse?
wondering what's on the other side.
Okay.
Does she stand there and sing like a Disney princess? Because that's what I'm picturing.
And all the birds come to her.
I'm sorry.
No, this is great because realistically, here's the other thing. Because you're level 0, right, commoners? You could go into adventuring one day. Or you could just be a shopkeep or a farmer. So you could be a druid. She could just be a farmer. And I don't know what Meriwether or Fauna would do.
I'm going to be a ranger.
Possibly a ranger, yeah.
I'll provide the eggs. I'll keep the homestead. You guys can come home and have a nice plate of eggs.
Homebody.
I mean, your eggs are good and all. I do think you make some good eggs from your chickens.
Listen, you could get me a cow and then we could have eggs and milk.
But then we take the livelihood away from old Dave.
Hey.
The dairy farmer.
Yep.
Our berry field, Selena.
Hmm?
Our berry field.
So does Meriwether's
From the
family
end?
own a berry field?
No, but she knows where a good one is.
Okay.
She'll go there once in a while.
Gotcha.
But today, while Meriwether was on her ride, she just goes a little bit past the border.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you feel like?
Freeing.
Brain?
Mm-hmm.
So almost that, like, excited urge to, like,
Keep
I can
going.
just go.
Yes.
And why did she turn back?
Well, because eyes are such an interesting characteristic, especially purple eyes. She knows that her family's not telling her something.
Okay.
So,
So she can't leave until the secret is understood.
yeah.
Cool. Okay. So the night goes on. You guys finish your meals. How drunk might you get, or sober might you stay?
Probably tipsy.
You get a good buzz going.
Mm-hmm.
One, done. We're driving.
Is the horse tied up front?
She
Would it
brought
be
two.
reasonable? 2 horses?
Yeah.
Why?
Because in case I had to take you guys home.
Oh, that's fair. You're the DD.
What's the other horse's name?
Spirit.
Spirit.
Stallion of the Cimarron. I don't know if that's actually how you say that, but yeah. Would it be reasonable that one of us would have like a game with us, or that the tavern would have a game?
Possibly. The tavern has dice or cards on hand. at all times.
Okay. So maybe we pick up one of the games after we finish eating and spend some time talking about the good old days. Or nothing. Or the things that they want to do, and I'm just like, I don't know about that.
What would some of those things be?
I mean, Meriwether keeps talking about maybe leaving. Flora or Fauna always wants to leave.
Yeah. Who always wants to leave?
Fauna.
Who?
Fauna.
Fun. I thought you said Urbana. I'm like, who's that? Introducing new characters. Even though that's technically a town in Illinois.
I mean, it's not like we're strong enough to really do anything about the militia.
Oh yeah, we're all talk.
Could we find somebody else to come kick them out for us?
Who would we ask? Also, keep your voice down.
I am. Like, if we went to, like, another town, found someone who could help us out?
I mean, how does one find someone?
I mean, we know not to go to Big Town.
Big Town. That's the big town's name. It's Big Town now. And this one was what?
Townberg.
Townberg.
Oh yeah.
I mean, could we go over to Tinyville? Maybe they could help us.
Flora, maybe you have some family in Tinyburg? It is primarily gnome.
I mean, Tinyville.
Oh, Tineville, yeah.
I mean, maybe like an aunt?
Yeah. You gonna tell your friends that your aunt lives in Tinyville?
I thought I said that to the group.
Oh, did you?
I mean, if I do have an aunt, I haven't talked to her in a while.
It's true. That's been a while. What about Bill?
I'm changing the horse's name to Picaro.
Picaro?
Picaro.
And which horse is this? Spirit or Flame?
It's Flame and Picaro.
Okay.
Picaro.
Okay. So, these are the ideas your friend has come up with so far.
I mean, how serious are you about, getting rid of these guys?
I mean, I miss the way it used to be. Our other option is we could go train every day in the woods where no one could find us, but I feel like that's not gonna maybe help.
Your chickens can't leave that often for that long.
Yeah, I can't stay away for too long. No. How far away is Tinyville?
About a half day's ride.
If, like, we help to feed the chickens in the morning, we could be back in time to feed them in the evening and help you so it goes faster?
I mean, I guess that would work.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to at least inquire, right? Maybe they would have some other ideas.
I mean, I guess let's do it. But we can't spend too long there, okay? Can't leave the chickens that long.
No. Let's just get some information, see if there's anyone or any thoughts, and I don't know. I mean, it's better than just sitting around and watch this happen. I am saying this low, but I don't know how well you guys can hear me if I actually treat my voice.
Understood. It's like when we used to do, what were they, theater whispers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or how I used to call them, whisper yells. Hey! Hey, guys!
So when do we want to leave? Do we want to go tomorrow?
I mean, why put it off if we're gonna do it? As long as you guys are gonna help me.
Yes. What time do you want us over there?
Dawn? The quicker we leave, the quicker I get back to them.
All right, I can do dawn. I mean, I'm up by then anyway.
Okay?
Okay. So you set a plan. It's kind of probably the end of the night. It's not much fun to be had after making decisions that could cost you your lives or your freedom. So you pay your tab, you get up, and you go to leave. Roll perception checks. It's a +0, Leah, just in case you're lucky.
How dare you?
Freckles.
3.
18.
And what'd you
It's
say
'cause
back
she's
up?
on a horse.
6. So with the 18, from your vantage point on the horse, you see a shadow down the alleyway. It seems to be 2 figures arguing. Suddenly you see the glint of metal off of, like, candlelight. And a quick flash. And one of the figures seems to drop.
Does the other one leave?
Give me a perception check to see if what you notice about the figures. Or maybe investigation. It doesn't matter. It's all +0. I can make up whatever check it is.
Oh, another 18.
Another 18. You see this as a very rotund individual. And you hear heavy breathing as it's running away.
And the other figure's just laying there.
just laying on the ground.
Guys, look over there.
Okay, and when she tells you to look, you can see kind of the outline of a body on the ground.
I feel like we should pretend like we didn't see anything. Do you see that shape? I have a feeling it's Actimea.
Are you saying we shouldn't do anything?
Yeah, don't we have to help them? It's one of us.
No, the rotund person. You don't see the rotund person, Becca. You saw the other person on the ground.
But I will tell you that it's
A rotund
Yes.
person. And they have run off. And they're like breathing heavily and snorting a little bit. Like they're not just a little heavy. They're like 400 pounds heavy. So like, it's like a 400-pound demon. Who's only like 5'2".
Does anybody else notice?
You notice, you tell them, they noticed the body, they didn't see the person.
No, but anybody else.
No, there's nobody else on these streets right now.
Is the body moving?
It does not seem to be.
Did we go over there?
You are going to have to answer that question.
I asked that to friends.
Okay, Flora, Fauna, your friend is asking if you can head towards the body.
So we don't see the other person there at all. We only see the body.
Yeah,
If I only see a body, I'm gonna go over.
okay. So you go over and you see someone laying there, perhaps dead.
Can I take a look to see if I can tell if they're dead?
Yeah, make a medicine check.
We just essentially add nothing to anything, right? They're just all straight rolls.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice.
Oh my goodness. This person, if they're not dead, they're dead within a few seconds.
Do I see any wounds? Or did they just, like, collapse like they could have been a heart attack?
Possibly like some kind of force hit them.
Is there a doctor? Like, is there like a medicine?
Not
place?
within seconds.
Should we just start screaming?
Was there a doctor in the bar?
Again, too far away. I will give you the chance to save this person if you can with a medicine check, but it is going to be a near impossible medicine check. So it's basically a nat 20.
I'm gonna try. Do I
Yeah.
know this person? I mean, I guess I know everyone in town.
Yeah, you know everyone in town.
It's like, do we like this person? No, just
That's 14 for me, so.
Yeah. No.
12.
Yeah, this person, you hear the last breath exit their body.
Well, that's traumatizing.
It's more traumatizing if you have actually ever heard a death rattle. Okay? There's a reason it's called a rattle, and it's not fun. I watched an episode of Cops when I was young, and it has changed me.
How does that change me thinking it's traumatizing for my character when you just said it's terrible?
Because I described it in a much better way than acting it out.
It is horrible.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It changes the person. So you are changed. Not into a druid, I'm sorry. Or a ranger. So there is a dead body in front of you, and you saw someone had run off. It's probably like 2 minutes at this point.
Should we go get help or? I mean, we should go tell somebody.
You have the horse, don't you?
I do.
Go.
Is there like a doctor in town or something that we could go get? Even though we know they're dead, but like just
There's not, in these times, there's not necessarily a doctor. This is not a town or village large enough for a cleric.
No, but is there like a doctor only like we would know about, like somebody who practices medicine? Maybe not a doctor, but
You mean
somebody-
like a vet who does surgery on mobsters who get shot? Is that what you're talking about?
well, that or like it's a strange town. Maybe like they want to help out the townspeople, so like they learned how to do it and will do it for relatively cheap.
Flora, there's someone in Tinyville that is a cleric, but they are not necessarily proficient enough to save this person.
Well, we already know they're dead,
Yeah.
so I don't think getting a doctor, but we don't really trust the militia.
Help me understand what your goals here are. Saving this person, pretty much out of the question. Unless you go to a big town and you pay like 25,000 gold.
I mean, do we just
I'm
drop
not
them
sure
off
what
at the
our goals
church and
are.
be like, they just dropped dead? So now they can get buried?
Is there like a sheriff or a constable we should go to that's
We don't-
not the militia? Tinyville?
We want to lug a dead body all the way to Tinyville?
I didn't say we take the body. I say we report it.
But how does that
What are we gonna
help
report?
us? Yeah.
Just a dead body in the street? By then someone else will find this body.
Then leave it alone. I don't know. What do you want from me?
I mean, have you never had a dead chicken? What
Yeah.
do you do?
I take care of it.
And how do you do that? Like, what you propose we do here?
She
It
sells
depends how
it
they
to
die.
Elaine.
If it was just a normal death, then someone eats it. I don't think we're doing that here.
Well, we drop it off at a church so it can be buried.
Closest church would be Tinyville.
Of course it would.
Since we know the person, maybe we should contact their next of kin.
That's a good idea to
Yeah.
know whose family this is.
So if you bring like the candle maybe closer, we'll say it's a con save just to see if your nerves can allow you to identify the body at this time. Yeah, con save is just a straight roll. I'm just
19.
a 19,
Yeah.
Lena.
9.
Okay, so the 19, you recognize this as Gar Shadowlands.
Guard?
Yeah, Gar the guard. He's dead in front of you.
Well, then
Does he
maybe,
have family in the town, or was it just him?
maybe we don't care that much.
I mean, it's not like we can save them.
Maybe we shouldn't, stay here and make ourselves look incriminating. I'm gonna
I
back
look
away
around.
slowly.
Wait, I'm gonna look around and see if anybody noticed us here.
Nobody seems to be around.
Do we walk away?
I'm walking away.
I'll walk away.
Okay.
I mean, was I ever friends with this guy, or is it just...
If you were, that relationship was destroyed when he turned against your town.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm imagining I got off the horse when this happened, so I get back on the horse.
Okay. And
And
you offered the other horse,
I offer the other horse to
Fauna and Flora.
Fauna, and I'll help Flora on, because you're a gnome, right? So you're tiny.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I was wondering how we were going to from that one. Okay, and you return Flora and Fauna to their home for the night, and then you return to your home. Before dropping them off, you question, are we still on for Tinyville tomorrow? Or have plans changed?
I'm gonna go with whatever happened makes us more
That we
inclined
have
to
to go?
leave.
I
Yeah.
feel the same way.
Okay.
Especially now because the guards are turning on each other.
Okay. Cool. So you drop off Flora and Fauna, you put your horses in their...
Stable.
Yeah, it's not a manger.
It's a stall.
That's the only word that was coming to me. Yeah, you put your horses in the stall, and you all go to bed, and I'm going to take a quick break. The manger.
Do you actually have a plan?
I'm actually quite proud of the quiet people in the crew moving forward with this. I'm proud of us.
Yeah, I just got a little distracted because KDP is chipping me out of money.
Rude.
They keep saying my bank information can't be verified, but I haven't changed it in 3 years.
That is weird.
Yeah, they're giving me trouble. So I just redid it and see if that...
Is your card close to being expired? Or does it?
It's an account because it's for payments, not for me to pay them, but to pay me.
What are you talking about?
Amazon isn't sending me my royalties. They're telling me my bank verification or my bank information can't be verified for some reason that I've had input in their system for 3 years.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you all wake up. You two had promised to meet Flora at her farm before dawn, or at dawn. Fauna, do you wake up before dawn?
Yeah, I think I'm used to, my parents are up and about, getting ready to work on the farm, so I get up with them every day at this time, because I try to get things done in the morning before I leave. And
Gotcha.
just disappear.
Yeah, so she can just not worry about doing anything else. And no one can find her.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm assuming Meriwether picks up Fauna on the way to Flora's house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Meriwether and Fauna show up at your house.
I hand them buckets full of corn. to feed the chickens.
Mhm.
I start passing out some corn to the chickens and clucking at them a little bit. I do think they're cute, even if I think she's obsessed with her chickens, but I'd never tell her to her face.
Meriwether.
Meriwether goes and just lumps it.
A bunch of chickens swarm your feet.
Oh no.
Popcorn is among them.
I guess I should have explained how to do this a little better.
And then as you like let go of the second handful, it like bounces off a bunch of chicken heads because they're at your feet eating corn, and you're just dropping more corn on top of them.
I think after the first time she would learn a lesson, and Dee just like take the corn and just go like this.
I mean, are you watching? Because Flora's pretty good at it by now.
No.
Oh, okay.
Flora uses the sprinkler.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I think it's more like,
No, the second time she just goes.
I mean, it gets the job done, I guess.
Okay. The second time, the handful hits Fauna.
That's the reaction.
That sounds about right.
So Fauna, you've been hit by a bunch of corn. Suddenly.
Whoops.
Becca, you're Fauna.
I toss a little corn back.
Toss or throw? Because she, like, pelted you with it.
I'm not sure how you're going to respond yet to it, so I don't want to like waste the corn, so I kind of gingerly like toss it.
It
real
still ends
quick.
up on the ground. Like, as long as I almost said ducks. As long as the chickens get it, it's fine.
So Fauna's like looking at Flora at this time and like throws to the side at Meriwether.
Flora ignores it.
Okay. So Fauna, you feel comfortable doing whatever you're going to do.
I look at Fauna and motion for us to throw corn at Flora.
Flora, make a perception check. It's a straight roll. Good.
18.
You know they're about to throw corn at you.
I just kind of spin around and glare at them a little.
I do it anyway.
I guess I'll just shake it like out of my hair and out of my clothes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys have a little bit of a corn fight. It seems to have ended quickly.
Yeah, they weren't interested.
Yeah. The chickens seem fed at this point.
The chickens are interested.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if you guys still want to go, guess we can go.
I think they'll be okay. I mean, they're animals. They've got instincts. They're well fed, and we're not going to be going that long. Do you want us to like drop in and let somebody know? You know, if we don't poke our heads back in by dusk this evening, to come over and feed them again?
Do you think it's really a good idea to clue people in that we're leaving?
No, that's true. That's true. Then I think you just have to trust us that we'll be back for your chickens tonight.
Do you live with parents? No, you said you lived alone.
No, hold on.
Okay.
My parents probably live like next door.
Do they not like chickens?
They might look over at them, but like they're my chickens. I'm very protective of the chickens.
In gnome customs, you take care of your responsibilities. You don't push them from other people. It's very like...
That felt really passive aggressive for some reason.
No, it's like very boomer-esque. Like, I'm not going to watch your kids. You chose to have them.
Boomer-esque.
Yeah, boomers tend to have that mentality these days. It's a big trend. Okay.
Why would I know? I'm not a boomer.
Okay. Anyways, you guys prepare to leave.
I pull an apple out of a bag and I feed it to horses.
You had to look at your hip to come up with an imaginary satchel. I love it.
We're role playing.
It's fantastic. I pull
That's
a
really
bag.
quiet.
I pull an apple out of my bag. I love it. Anyways, you guys, you said what with the apple? You give it.
Horses.
Okay, you feed the horses an apple.
Depending on how comfortable the ride was with two people on one horse, I may have brought a third.
She's like 30 pounds max. Like the average horse can carry 250
Okay.
easy, 225 easy.
Perfect.
Neither of these are adding
Okay,
up.
we'll stick with Pickerel and Flame.
Okay. So you guys head out of town. The only road really out of town from here is through kind of the center of town. It's still pretty early in the morning, but the sun has come up. It's been up for maybe 30 minutes, an hour. It's like post-dawn, right? You see a gathering in the center of town.
I look to see what's happening.
Okay, give me a perception check.
11.
11. So from this distance, you can see Actamea is up on a stage in front of everybody else, and she is with Gazir Man, and she is pinning. Make an investigation check, anyone that wants to see.
Well, 15.
That's a nat 20.
Okay, nat 20. You see Actamea is pinning a silver star on the chest of Gazir Man.
Oh, not a gold star?
No. They want to make sure that the people who live in this town know their second fiddle. So the star for the sheriff is silver. So you can assume this was Gar's sheriff's badge.
Mm-hmm.
And
Let's get
It's
closer.
a good thing.
okay, as you guys get closer, you can hear Acta discussing how Gar has decided to move up to the big leagues in Big Town and
Tinyville, Townberg, and Big Town.
and move on to a higher level of law enforcement. And that in his stead, he decided that Gazir Man would take over for him.
I just give a look to Flora and Meriwether, and I give a nod like, we need to get going now. We need to get this taken care of.
Do you think we should talk to Actamea before we leave?
Why?
I mean, she seems to think Gar just left.
Well, I told you last night that I saw her with him.
She would have described to you that
Yeah.
she saw a glint of metal, like some kind of bright flash come out of that glint of metal, and all of a sudden, Gar
Yeah.
dropped to the ground.
She's the reason he's dead.
Oh, then let's not talk. I might not be the brightest.
Yeah. You named your chicken popcorn.
Wow. I named this cat Freckles.
You didn't name that cat. We
I
bought
wanted to
that
keep
cat.
the name
Freckles.
Freckles. I named the other cat Taffy.
I named that cat Taffy.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. I said, she stretches like Taffy. And you go, I'm going to name her Taffy. And I'm like, yeah.
Did you hear what you just said?
Yeah. You named her after I was basically like, yeah.
Yeah. I said, I named that cat Taffy. And you're like, no, I said this. And then you named her Taffy.
Yeah. And okay. Okay. Kayla, do you need more wine?
Are you trying to make offensive?
Oh, crap.
I need popcorn at this point.
Like actual popcorn? You can have popcorn.
I was joking.
You can make
Just not the
popcorn.
chicken.
Not the chicken. Got
No
it.
chicken for you.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys head off to Tinyville. Takes about a day. No, half a
Just
day.
half a day.
Half a day. I'm sorry.
The
It's like
chickens.
it's like noon when you get to Tinyville. You pull up on your aunt's farm. I assume she
What is this? A farm for ants?
what does she have? Okay. You pull up on your aunt's ant farm. Oh my god! The sick thing is, I just got it.
That's so many levels. Oh my goodness.
She has a small farm. She's an ant, so it's your ant farm. And she possibly farms ants. She doesn't farm ants. What's he doing?
He's chewing his bone.
Why is the pillow moving?
I wanted to get involved too.
Okay, so what is your ant farm?
Bees.
Okay, so your ant farms bees.
My cheeks.
Sorry, Becca.
Is Becca also dying?
So you guys pull up on your aunt's bee farm.
Do we see a bear?
Probably not.
The symbol for the farm is a bear collecting honey.
Mm-hmm. Does it have a little berry sprig in its ear?
It seems to.
Mm.
This is the symbol, or at least the visage of the goddess Honey, the bear,
The Archfey.
the Archfey. She is the goddess of friendship and
The
honey.
Archfey.
Archfey are basically gods and demigods.
Mm.
So please stop crying.
Archfey. What is this? A farm for ants?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the symbol is basically Honey the bear.
Okay, got it.
The Archfey.
The Archfey of friendship and bees and honey.
Let's go right up to the house
Okay, you go right up to the house.
and knock on the door.
You knock on the door. Your aunt answers.
Oh, I wasn't expecting this.
What do you mean you weren't expecting this? You knocked on my door.
Thought you wouldn't be home.
Were you
So-
hoping I want to be home?
No, well, we have some problems.
What kind of problems?
Can we come in?
Yeah. Do you want tea?
Yes.
Okay. She pours you all tea and puts honey in it. How much honey? Just kidding. It's this much. And she globs in some honey.
Do one of you guys want to explain? Because apparently I'm not that smart. Seriously.
I will give a synopsis of what I saw last night and kind of what's been going on with the town. But like, please don't make me repeat it.
A murder in
Yeah.
your town by Actimea?
Yes.
There's been a murder!
What are you going to do?
That's why we came here.
You're not quite twins. You're half sisters. Anyways,
Wait, we don't
Did
know
she
that.
say
no.
Okay, I'm like,
I'm
what?
saying that.
I was like, does my aunt know something?
No, she lives too far away to know anything.
Hmm.
So what do you want from me?
What do we do?
You can ask the court here, but I don't know if their militia's strong enough to take over the militia of Big Town.
Well, what do we do?
We need someone to help us against the militia.
You said something about metal.
Yes. Metal. I saw metal, and then the guy fell.
Okay, this is a long shot, but I think if you go to, I want to say, you know what? I'll go. I'll take care of it. Hang out here for the day. For part of the day. I'm not going to be longer. Okay. I get it. Your chickens. I know how much you care about your chickens, Flora.
As long as we're back by tomorrow morning for their feeding.
Give me like an hour and I'll be back. Enjoy your tea.
Thank you.
Don't talk to the bees. They don't know you and I'm worried they'll sting you. And when they sting someone, they die. And I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
I
Are my
know.
horses okay?
I know, Meriwether. It's crazy because Honey the bear did not have stinging bees. And I do. I know. I know it doesn't make sense.
My horses.
Oh, yeah. Your horses are fine.
Like, she has a stable.
Mhm.
Okay.
More like a post out front away from the bees.
I have no reason not to trust her.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to sit back and drink my tea.
So she grabs her giant sun hat and like her purse and like very ant-like runs out of the house. Kind of a mess. She's kind of,
Glasses, scarf.
yeah. Like her glasses are falling down her nose. She pushes them back up with one finger. She throws her scarf over her head. She throws on her sun hat, throws her bag over her shoulder and runs out the door.
That's quite the image.
I'm thinking like one of the ants from Practical Magic.
Yeah. I want to watch that.
It's a very good movie.
It is very
Can
good.
we watch it after D&D?
Are you
Sure.
not coming to the 6 a.m. meeting tomorrow?
No. Absolutely not. Sorry.
So she runs out the door.
I have to
And-
go next week.
You guys, what do you do for the hour she's gone?
Drink
She has
tea.
books.
Drink tea. She has a small library about farming and bees and apiaries and honey, and one holy book regarding Honey the bear, the Archfey.
I'll go back to the table with my tea.
Okay.
think Durant will actually be able to find a way to help us? I just, it's getting bad. I mean, now we South Body and a new militia in town. I mean, they're not even letting the old guys stay anymore.
I mean, my parents always said if I needed help, just go to one of the family, so she must know something. You know, I mean, why was she asking all those questions about the metal that you saw?
Good point.
And then we just stop talking and twiddle our thumbs because we are all nervous and don't know what to say.
Yeah, so after about 45 minutes of awkward silence, your aunt bursts back into the door. I found it!
What? Found what?
I found something that might help. I don't know. I don't know if any of you are capable of using it.
What is it?
What is it?
I kept this in my safe deposit box at the bank for a very long time. I found it once. It's a spell scroll.
Spell scroll?
Yeah. Typically, you need to understand magic to use it.
Oh.
Well, none of us know how to do that.
None of
How
you?
does it work? What is it supposed to do?
If you are able to read this scroll, it should cast a spell. Possibly, if you're able to.
I look at the
Oh,
scroll.
is it supposed to kill somebody? Like we could take out the mayor with this?
You might be able to do something to disarm the mayor if what she holds is truly metal.
What do you think she has that's metal? You seemed...
You said
I
this
felt
was... You said there was a glint of metal in the night that the flash shot from.
Yes.
Yeah, and the body looked like some sort of force hit it.
Mm-hmm. So, not Flora, but Fauna and Meriwether, you look at this scroll. Meriwether, make a roll. We'll call it Arcana.
17. It's just...
Yeah, it's a straight roll.
Oh, like...
So only Meriwether seems to notice. This is a spell scroll of heat metal, and for whatever reason, you're able to read it.
I ask if I could, like, get a better look at the scroll. I ask if I can, like, hold it.
Yeah. You feel that you, based on what the ant is saying, you might be able to cast this spell because it is a bard, druid, artificer, or forged domain cleric spell. So only you are the only one of this group who could cast this spell.
Wow, this is so cool. I didn't know I could do that.
I mean, it's
Well,
not,
potentially do that.
not a guarantee, but if you can, I hear this spell could make someone drop something that's metal. And that may be your best chance to fight off. I don't know who this was. I don't need to know. I want my bees to be safe. Leave me out of this, but take this. And don't mention me. Ever. Gnomes are very cautious people. If you've seen from Flora. Gnomes are very cautious people.
Well, what do we do now?
You know all that I know. Now go.
Does she push us out of the house?
Kinda. Do you need tea for the road?
I would imagine she would just give us tea.
Right back.
Yeah. Here's a, I don't know. What's,
Canteen?
like,
Thermos?
not a thermos, not a canteen, like a water sack, maybe? Whatever.
Water skin?
Water skin. Of tea. It's cooled enough. You can drink it whenever you want.
So I imagine we're by the horses and I'll be like, so what do you guys want to do now?
So you guys have gained the magic item. Canteen of tea. It is always full and to perfect sweetness, and it does not make you gain any weight.
I mean, it's tea.
Well, like, to the perfect sweetness could make you gain weight, but this
Okay.
will not.
Fine.
I think that's a pretty cool magic item I just made up on the fly. I'm sorry.
It is a pretty cool magic item, you're right. So, how do you want to deal with this?
How do you guys want to deal with this? Is your friend asking.
Yeah. Think you could use the spell?
I look to see if in any of the bags there's something metal.
This is a one-time cast. If you were,
Oh. Okay.
you would know this based on this. Like, as you're holding the spell scroll and you're like reading the words off of it, it starts to like singe, and you're like, "Oh, I can't test it."
So, do we try to find somebody who can, like, teach magic? I don't know what to do. We have the scroll, I can read it. The paper's singy, so it'll work. But we only got one shot at it.
I just think it's funny that the dog picked the egg
Yeah.
out of the basket.
And the loudest.
The noisiest noise.
Good thing we're not. Yeah, we're not recording.
No,
We're recording.
Oh, we're recording? Okay. JK.
that giant microphone right there.
I thought I was seeing a pick
No. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Going home, I guess.
Okay. So you're heading from Tinyville to Townberg.
Yep.
Okay.
I assume it's like dinner
Half-
time when we
it's-
get there.
It's half
Is
a
it-
day's ride, so yeah, it's about dinner time.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to be in the town square like they were earlier.
Do you think they're in the tavern? I mean, that's like the only other place to gather.
Well, do we want to go see other people, or, like, what do we want to do?
I mean, do we just go confront Acta?
But what are we gonna do if we confront her and she comes at us with that medal?
I only got one shot at this. How are we going to prove that she's the one that killed the dude?
You know pretty definitively. Like no one else is that fat in town.
Well, I'm the only one that saw it, so who would believe me?
Do you think we should talk to Man first and like see if he thinks that Gar left, or
No, like,
figure
is
out
he
if he's
hiding
in on
something?
it?
Yeah.
Because if he's in on it and we try to expose Acta, that's not going to go well for us.
Yeah, that's, that's a good point.
I was like, if only we had somebody charismatic, but it's a plus 0.
You're all equally as charismatic.
Yeah, we can try to go talk to him.
I mean, he was one of us once.
Maybe he's like undercover, you know?
We can't blow his cover. Let's go try to talk to him. So does the militia have like a barracks?
Yeah.
So let's go there and see if we can talk to him alone.
Okay. You show up at the barracks. There's a guy named Derek guarding the barracks.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a thing now at this point.
Hi, Derek.
Hey, no.
Oh, it's Flora. It's okay. We were just looking for Mr. Man.
There's a lot of Mr. Men around here.
No. The actual. We wanted to like catch up with him, congratulate him on, his new position.
Oh, your buddy is here. We'll see how long he lasts.
What do you mean?
Nothing. He's inside.
Okay. Insight.
Okay, roll insight. That,
Fine.
good luck. Yeah, you don't know.
All right. Go inside.
Okay, you go on inside. You see Gazier rolling dice with a bunch of fellow guardsmen.
Am I taking lead on this?
It seems that way.
Oh, he was one of the other ones that was a town's, like, part of the old militia, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Was he closer to one of us than the other two?
He's the only one left that existed in this town before the takeover.
No, but I'm saying, like, was he
Of the three of
friends?
us, was he like friends with one of us?
Roll friends. Yeah, just roll. I don't know if you've gotten this by now. It's just straight roll for everything.
15.
16.
Back up.
What's Tripbox rolling that one and not 2? Sorry. 2.
Okay, so Flora and Meriwether, you both knew of him, and he knew of you, and there were no hard feelings at all. Fauna, he doesn't know who the hell you are.
Okay. So, does Fauna know this?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've talked to him enough. You've given him eggs personally sometime.
No. Does Fauna know that he doesn't really know who she is?
Yeah. Like every time she showed up and said like, "Hey, Gazier," he's like,
Hey, you.
"Hey, half elf."
All right. So I guess you and me will lead it.
Yeah, so I'll go over and tap him on his shoulder and say, "Hi, Gazir.
Oh, Meriwether.
Yeah, I just want to congratulate you on your new position."
You know, it's a huge promotion. I know Gar would be proud. Make a perception check.
Oh, I have to follow that up.
16.
He seems a little choked up.
Oh, what's wrong?
Nothing. Make a perception check.
7.
Nothing's wrong.
I know we don't know each other all that well, but I did know Gar pretty well, and I didn't hear where he went. What happened? He left very suddenly. I didn't get to say goodbye.
He went to Big Town to be a big man in the big army and the big.
You guys have a party and see him off?
There was a celebration this morning.
Was he there at it? I didn't see him.
No, he had already taken off to the academy. He had to get started on his training.
Well, why would you celebrate without him present?
He had to get started.
While he's with other people currently at that
Yeah.
table. So while he's talking, I'm going to grab him by the arm and kind of like pull him to the other side of the room where there's nobody there.
Mm-hmm. Make a persuasion check.
I'm following.
18.
Killed him.
What do you mean?
They killed him. They're gonna kill me next if I say anything. Shut up.
You just.
I don't want to die.
We don't want you to die.
That fat killed. I'm sorry to everybody.
Yeah, that was a little over the top.
It's how he feels.
Yeah.
His best friend was killed by a fat lady who was a demon.
Did something happen?
I just told you she
No,
killed him.
why? Why would she do that?
Why?
Yeah.
Because she's terrible. Why do you think we were the only ones left?
Are you saying
Wait,
that
did she did this to
another-
everybody?
No. Nobody else could tolerate her.
So they just left.
Yeah.
She didn't kill them all.
I mean, I don't know that. I want to believe that. So please, let's stop talking about that side of it.
What does she want out of this?
They want the tax money. She wants power. She wants control. She wants to be able to take the money back to Big Town.
Wait, but what did...
She's from Big Town?
Yeah.
Did I miss that?
She's not from here.
Oh, I definitely missed that.
You've never seen her before she arrived after Big
I
Town.
thought she wasn't the well-liked
No.
person.
No.
So,
what
sorry, I
did-
mixed up characters.
What did Gar do in order for her to kill him? Like, did he not give her tax money? Was he taking some for himself?
Honestly, I'm not sure. He did something that pissed her off. Maybe he was going to expose her. Maybe he was going to take her power away somehow. I don't know.
What is
Power?
her power?
She kills people
Oh,
with some kind of metal rod that she points at people and it fucking kills them.
You've seen it?
Yeah. It recharges every day.
So she can kill a person a day.
At least 7. 7 of you guys. Maybe only 3 or 4 of us.
wow.
Does she always have it on her?
Yeah.
Do you have a plan? You look like you're forming a plan.
You guys need to go. Because if she catches you here, she's going to kill us all. I
we're
like that.
we're just here to congratulate you.
Yeah. Cool. Now get the out. Because if she catches you here, there's only 4 of us. She has 7 chances. Well, 3 of you and me times 2 is 5.
All right, fine. Let's get out of here.
Go. He looks at you, Meriwether. Go. Save yourself. And that may pull on the heartstrings of your urge to leave the city every once in a while.
Okay. As Meriwether's walking away, she's gonna look back.
He walks. Oh, as Meriwether walks away.
Yeah.
You see him pretend to smile and walk back into the room of the other guards. Real boisterous.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the word?
Boisterous.
Boisterous. And yelling who's gonna roll these dice against me, you idiots?
Okay.
I'm ready for your money tonight. But he is terrified.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab Fauna by the arm and drag her out of the building too.
I come. I'm just kind of shocked.
Did you follow us?
Yeah, she said she did.
Oh, I missed that.
I stood back because he doesn't really know me and I didn't think he'd talk to you, but I kind of overheard enough of it. I just acted like I wasn't listening.
Okay, so we leave.
Mm-hmm.
Meriwether, it seemed like you had an idea. Let's hear it.
Well, we have the scroll. The scroll's just for her to drop it, right?
You can cause her to drop it, depending
I'm
on her
guessing
con
it's heat
save.
metal.
It is heat metal.
But, like, if she drops it...
gotta be ready to grab it.
Yes.
So someone needs to hide. I'm pretty small.
Like, somebody small.
I could probably hide.
I mean, I sneak around in the woods a lot too, but I think hiding, but maybe I could have like a second chance in case it doesn't work with you. I'll be hiding too.
I think that's a good idea. So now we just have to get her alone somewhere. Should I put some chickens in her office? I think that'd be a distraction.
I wasn't expecting it. I was not expecting it.
Let's put some chickens in her office. Like, I feel like that's a good distraction.
So it would be pretty distracting. I mean, they're so cute.
Yeah, because we don't want to do it where she, like, do we want to be, like, extra sneaky where, like, we're all hiding and, like, I whisper a spell and then
I feel like that might be the thing to do. Like, not even clue her in that we're there.
Yeah.
We put enough chickens in her office. She'll leave, right?
I would hope so. I mean, would you? Well, never mind, not you. You would probably like that.
Call someone.
But once we get this thing...
You know at least more than 7 chickens.
Yeah.
Would have to be sacrificed.
I mean, if it's for the good of the town, I can get more chickens.
But, okay, so we use, let's just say everything, the stars align, 14% chance.
But honestly,
Steelers make it into the playoffs. Stars align, everything works perfect. What do we do once we have this thing?
Run.
Do we use it on her? Or do we need to have magic for that too?
I don't know, but do you really think you could kill someone?
I don't know, but I hate to think of the fact that she's probably just been killing them all. And I mean, just because we have her tool, does that mean, like, she doesn't have other things that she could come after us with? I worry we're going to have to take her out in order to be free of her.
What if we gave it to Gazir? I mean, unless one of you guys is ready to start your life of adventuring. I say it as a joke,
I've been thinking about
we would like to go on an adventure.
So this is a big reveal to you that, like, they are ready to leave this town.
You'd leave me here?
Well, I would come back and visit.
All the time we'd come back and visit. Could bring you chickens from all over the world.
Why don't we talk about this later and just deal with this now?
Yeah, first thing first.
But it goes back to, okay, we have the sword, or this piece of metal. She's going to be angry that we have it. She's not afraid to kill things. Plus, she has a whole entire militia behind her.
What if we gave it to Gazir?
But if we wait to give it to Gazir, she's going to have lots of time to also...
Why would we wait to get it to
back from
Gazir?
us?
If we can snatch it and be gone, what's she going to do?
Do we know she's a wizard?
You do know she's a wizard.
Cast magic on us. Put a spell on us.
Who knows what other power she has?
You also know that, like, based on the description of everything and spending time with the ant, maybe in her library, you would have found that, like, this is probably a wand of magic missile, and it's metal, and it requires no attunement. It has at least 7 charges today, because it normally has 7 charges.
I think we need to take her out. I don't know if Gazir could do it. He was really upset.
And any spellcaster can use a wand.
And do you think one of you could do that?
You know that you can read a spell.
Mm-hmm.
She would possibly be able to, but it's questionable at this point because she couldn't read this spell.
Could I do, like, an insight check on myself as to whether I think I could actually kill someone?
Be able to kill someone or with magic?
just to kill someone? Like, is it in my personality? Like,
Okay,
be
give me
stronger
an
for the sake of the town.
give me an insight roll.
That's an 8.
You have no idea.
Yeah. I think it would have to be a heat of the moment thing, but I don't know. I feel like we might have to try. I'm afraid. I don't know.
Meriwether?
Do I think I could kill somebody?
Yeah.
Do I? Insight. 17.
You care about life, but the destruction of life is worse than the preservation of life.
So no?
Someone that kills multiple people is probably worse than killing that one person.
The good of
So
the many.
yes.
Yeah, kinda. The good of the nature.
Good.
I mean, I guess I could. Yeah.
Is this what we're doing?
I think we have to. I know you're uncomfortable with it, but I can't stand to think that somehow she thinks maybe Gazir put it up to us and kills him or somebody else next using her other magic because we weren't strong enough to act in the moment.
I guess.
Yeah, we can't rely on Gazir because he doesn't know magic. So he can't even use it.
Okay. Then I guess we have no choice.
I think that's where she's put us. She's left us with no choice. If we expect to save the town, I mean, Townberg has been my home forever, and I know I talk about leaving it all the time, and, yeah, I've seen Big Town, and we were just a tiny ville, but this is my home here in Townberg, and, I mean, could you imagine not waking up and seeing your chickens, or just being constantly under a cloud of dark energy, not knowing what's going to happen, or poor old Dave. I mean, who knows what could happen to his cows? She might decide she's tired of milk one day and take him out. We can't let her go unchecked.
All right. So, where are we going to set our trap?
Is there like an alley or anything we would know outside of her office? So if we start with putting chickens in her office.
She killed someone in an alley. So poetic justice might need you to take her out in that alley.
Is there a way? All right, so we'd have to be able to lure her into the alley somehow.
The alley is on the way to the tavern.
Does she, have a regular schedule? Does she, go to the tavern for lunch or dinner?
No, she doesn't seem to go to the tavern. Except kill people.
At the tavern?
As far as you know. Not at the tavern. She kills people outside the tavern from what you've seen.
Could we send her a message and say something about meeting us in the alley? I mean, perhaps we could make it threatening if we know what you've been doing. Or
Certainly.
pretend we're from, a bigger town.
Yeah.
I don't know. Flora, do you think she'd respond to that?
I mean, I know her about as well as you do. But I think
Meriwether? I saw Kayla go upstairs.
she wanted to protect her secret enough that she told everyone that Gar went to Big Town.
Maybe we send a message. Gar sends his regards. We'll be in the alley.
Are you laughing at the pun?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
Gar sends his regards as the captain of the guard.
Also, he was a guard. He'd be a guard again. Re-guard.
Mm-hmm. Regardless.
That might work.
Then we don't need to risk your chickens either.
We just have to get the message to her.
Could we pass it to Gazir and
No.
somehow make it where he doesn't know where it's from?
Let's not involve him.
So what did you guys come up with?
Get her a message that says to meet, or Gar sends his regards, meet in the alley. So we know what you did.
I thought we were going to keep Gar out of this. We can't send her a message.
Gar's dead.
You're thinking of Gazir.
I'm thinking of Gazir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guard the guard.
I'm sorry. It's like the ant function.
How good are you guys at folding paper and throwing it?
I can attach it to a brick.
Oh, I guess you could throw a brick through
I'm
the
going to
window.
attach it to a brick. That's a typical ranger answer.
But you'll have to hide real quick if you're going to throw a brick through her window. Or throw it from the alley, I guess. Is her office, on the alley side?
You could find an alley that reaches her office.
Let's do that. So 2 of us will hide right away. And the other one will throw the brick through the window and then hide. How's that?
Well, maybe we just scope out the alley and make sure there's a place for us to hide so we're ready to grab the rod, too.
That's why I said hide first.
So it has to be Meriwether who throws the note then.
What a hero.
Yeah. So I could throw the brick. So that way,
If we throw it
Yeah.
from the alley, all we have to say on the note is Gar sends his regards, because she'll automatically come to the alley because that's where the brick came from.
Mhm.
This is true. This is true. I mean, your arms are strong from roping all those horses, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we're going to go scope out the alley, and we need Mike to tell us what we find. I will say, I do like these characters that we've created.
Oh, man.
And this would actually be a good, like, campaign.
I was thinking this sounds like a cozy mystery.
It's like a Nancy Drew.
Kinda.
I mean, I was thinking like Encyclopedia Brown or like Babysitter's Club or any of those like young, what is that, mid-grade?
Middle grade.
Middle grade mysteries? Except a little more
Murdery.
murdery, yeah. So, what's the plan?
We're gonna scope out the alley first.
Okay.
Look for hiding spots.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
10. 1. Oh,
I find nothing.
15.
15. You find enough spots where people can set up. You compensate for your team.
Let's do this, I guess. I hide.
Okay. Wait, do we have a brick? Did we find a loose brick?
I'm sure we
Yeah, you could
Or a
find
rock.
It doesn't have to be a
Rock.
brick.
Okay.
It could be a rock.
Yeah.
And it's easy enough to find paper.
Oh, if only Cadence was here to tie the note to the rock.
Right? Oh.
Well, I mean, you know the blacksmith is also a tabaxi. Her name is Aura of Clay.
Well, it wasn't because I was tabaxi, it's because I was a sailor.
Okay.
Okay, so I fidangled the note on the rock.
Mm.
We wrote, Gar sends his regards.
Okay.
And since we're throwing it from the alley, we're assuming she's going to come out to the alley.
Okay. Perfect.
So I'm guessing she found me a hiding spot that I can like quickly throw and then like hide.
Yeah, duck into the shadows.
Yeah.
And then we're hiding ready so that we can grab the wand right away.
Okay, so near the entrance to the alley from her office.
Yeah.
Either side.
Yeah.
hmm Okay.
Are we ready?
I think we're as ready as we'll ever be. This is for Gar and for
The town.
Townberg.
Okay, throw.
I throw the rock.
Or give me a roll.
Oh god. 17.
As long as it wasn't in that one. It goes through the window. And you hear, what the hell? She's from hell.
Oh, and I duck.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. And you duck and you see
Let's roll, right?
you see
Yeah,
a
I'm ready with this.
you see a fat tiefling lean out the window. You interrupted my lunch, I'm gonna kill you. And then she comes down. Let's see which side she enters on. She enters on lower high.
Low.
Okay. She enters on Lena's side, on Flora's side. She's standing within you can feel the heat on her coming off of her body from her anger. And you see she is brandishing a metal rod. Step out, coward.
I'm going to start reading the scroll.
Ugh. Make a contested, we'll just say a contested casting check.
Oh, Meriwether.
13.
It just barely makes it.
Oh, goodness.
Take barely.
All of a sudden you see the metal turning red hot as it starts to burn her hands, and she makes a constitution saving throw to hold on to it. It's not enough. She burns. Roll 2d8 because that's what heat metal does.
Hold on. 1, here's 2. 7.
7. You see she only takes about half of that damage, so 3 damage onto her
Mm-hmm.
because she is a fucking infernal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she takes 3 damage, and
It's on my side.
with the constitution saving throw, she drops the wand. Do you drop heat metal? Or do you keep it on?
I drop it because I know somebody has to grab it.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know that. So I'm reaching out like with my apron around my hands, and I grab the wand and like
All
sneak
of a
back.
sudden, the wand is not hot.
I drop my apron, but I have the wand.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah. Roll initiative.
We add proficiency to this, right? It says we have a +2 to proficiency.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh no. I was like, D&D Beyond would do better. A 1.
A 1. Okay.
Did you add the proficiency? +2?
So 3. What's your dex?
All our dexes are 0. You made us this way.
Reroll.
19.
Reroll.
What? 11.
Okay.
If you said reroll one more time,
I literally rolled a 19.
I figured.
What'd you get?
This many.
5. You got a 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Doing good.
Okay.
And we have no weapons.
Fauna, what'd you roll? 19.
I should have brought the chickens.
Okay, Fauna, you're up first.
Alright, I know that this all hinges on, in the heat of the moment, being able to get that wand and try to use it. How far away is Flora?
You're probably maybe 15 feet from Flora and extra 15 feet, so 30 feet total from Fauna. Or Flora. You're Fauna. You're 30 feet from Fauna. You're 15 feet from Meriwether.
Flora. She's 30 feet from Flora.
God damn it. Okay. You're 15 feet from Flora.
Meriwether.
I got it.
Why did you wait till the end to get me?
Alright, I think I have 30 feet of movement, right? That's standard.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, I have speed of 30 feet. So I am going to, I especially know how nervous Flora was about this whole thing, so I'm going to run up to her and take the wand from her. Well, I'm going to use my 30 feet. I'm not
Do you
actually dashing.
give it willingly?
Yeah.
Okay. Flora gives it to you willingly?
And I'm going to try to use it, and I'm going to point it right at Actimea.
It doesn't seem to work. You can't seem to.
Neither we need you.
So you throw it to Meriwether. So with your action, you throw it. Give me a, we'll say dex check, because it's not that heavy. A 9. It makes it about halfway. So it's about 7-8 feet between you and Meriwether. Your turn is ended. It is now Meriwether's turn.
Oh, thank God. I'm going to run up and grab the wand.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use it.
Okay. You feel a surge of energy coming from this. You can use up to 7 charges. You know 1 charge will kill any villager, but you remember the captain of the guard saying it took at least 2 to kill him.
Okay. I'm going to use it on her.
How many charges?
Use it all.
2?
Use
No,
it
I would use it all. Use it all.
Okay, so you're going to use 7 charges.
Yeah, so I better roll good, guys.
You just have to roll 1d4.
It's an auto hit.
It's auto hit.
Yes. Okay. 1.
1. So that's 7 plus 7. No, 3 plus 3 plus 6 plus 6. So 12 plus 6 is 18.
I don't know where these numbers came from.
Yeah, I'm really, yeah.
Magic missile is 1 plus 1, or it's whatever you roll on the die plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
And technically, magic missile is whatever you roll on the die times whatever. And the initial cast of magic missile, 1 charge of this wand is 3 darts. Each additional charge is 1 dart. So each dart you just threw was 3, plus 3 is 6. And then you threw 6 more, plus 6. That's 18.
Okay.
Okay. I need you to make a d20 roll.
14.
She dies straight out. She had 9 hit points, and you doubled it, which kills her immediately.
Like,
Did we do
hard on
it?
this? Now what?
She's dead.
We go get Kazir. I think we go get Kazir.
We go booking it.
Okay.
Hide the wand. Hide the wand.
I hide the wand and I go booking it. And
Okay.
the I'm guessing the scroll is no more.
It's gone.
Okay. Booking it.
I'm going to step out of the alley
Mhm.
and also run away.
Okay.
Yeah, I go a different direction.
So where you guys go? Just
But
scattering?
I'm just like an alley away just so I can kind of see what's going on. I want to kind of hide and make sure what happens.
At some point throughout the day, unless you guys notify someone, her body is found. All of a sudden, the militia that was guarding the town becomes very concerned. They know she had a wand of magic missile, and it's missing. And they're very concerned someone else has it and can kill them.
Maybe they should leave.
They are packing up and kind of heading out. Not to say that someone won't return in the future, but as of right now, the town might be free as of.
Did we save the town?
I think we just did.
I think we went back at
And-
Flora's house later on and help her feed the chickens again.
Without the loss of a single chicken. No chickens.
We're
And
hard.
we're hiding this then.
And the making of this episode. What do we do with the wand?
Hide it.
I think we hide it.
Where?
It could come in handy.
I mean, you're the only one who can use it, it seems like. Maybe.
I mean, I found some good hiding places in the woods when I've been out there before. Do you want me to put it out there?
Or you just keep it.
I'll just keep it, and then I'll hide it in a box, in a lockbox.
Maybe one day
Buried.
you will go beyond the border and you'll need it. I don't know.
We'll see.
Okay. That's where we'll end.
And no one knows we're heroes.
Nope.